Hello viewers, good afternoon. Welcome to Science TV, top of the hour news, what happened in our country and also international. I am your host Videlis Njoki, and that is my sign name. And today, sign language, the first thing is Gideon Minor. The news that we'll be sharing in the news bulletin, onto our first news item. The cabinet has authorized the reinstatement of Kenya Pipeline Company in the privatization process, paving the way for a partial sale of government shares and the critical energy parastatals listing on the Nairobi Security Exchange. According to a cabinet dispatch, the decision is part of a larger policy shift aimed at limiting the government's role in business and allowing the private sector to take the lead in promoting growth, efficiency, and innovation. President William Ruto presided over a cabinet meeting at State House in Nairobi that resulted in the resolution. And the government said that they aim for growth, efficiency, and making these innovations success. We hope and believe that this can be possible, because when we participate and private sector participates in this, it will make sure the implementation is smooth and it will aim at the developing our country. On our next news item. A significant rift between National Police Service Commission, NPSC, and the National Police Service, NPS, came to light in Parliament on Tuesday as a dispute over access to police payroll records escalated, requiring interventions from the Public Accounts Committee, PSC. Peter Lelei, the Chief Executive Officer of the NPSC, accused Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja of outright denying him access to the crucial payroll information. This denial, according to Lelei, had severely hampered the Commission's ability to conduct a vital audit of police human resource. The standoff played out before the Public Accounts Committee, which ultimately had to step in and complete the National Police Service to hand over the requested records.
The National Police Service has submitted all personnel records requested by the Commission over the past 3 financial years in a timely and structured manner.
You submitted the payroll?
Yes. As the accounting officer for the police, any information relating to human resource in terms of recruitment, anything, Chair, we submit to the Commission.
CEO, yes. Are you able to access the payroll?
For the issues requested in this letter and this audit query, I have not been presented with the documents I asked.
Is this payroll that is hidden from the employer? What it means is that on oath, both Kanja and Bunnies are lying.
You know, the good thing with the truth is that you don't have to remember. Even if you are woken up from your sleep in the middle of the night, you don't have to be recruited, reminded, and whatever.
So we are asking a simple question. Where is the payroll? Who has the payroll? Because the employer must have the payroll and nobody else.
Yeah.
Can she answer us that question? That the National Police Service hands over. It's not to give access. There's a difference, by the way. There is a difference between access and being given.
Blocking not to view the payroll, this raises a lot of alarm and a lot of questions. And I believe we all have the responsibility to make sure we are accountable and for transparency and not to block the access. That raises a question. On other news, the Orange Democratic Movement, ODM party, has officially thrown its full weight behind the broad-based government arrangement, calling for an end to internal function pulling in different directions. This declaration emerged from a central committee meeting held Tuesday, chaired by the party leader Raila Odinga. The crucial meeting was resolved to establish a technical working team which will be tasked with overseeing the implementation of the 10 points agenda outlined in the Memorandum of Understanding MOU signed between ODM and President William Ruto's United Democratic Alliance UDA party.
The National Police Service has submitted.
While members arrived here with different viewpoints on many issues within the party and the country, the committee has succeeded in brokering an unbreakable unity of purpose in the party and a single-minded focus on ensuring that ODM continues to be a loyal servant of the people and the country. That the party supports the position that has been taken by party leader Honorable Raila Odinga to work with the Kenya Kwanza administration to stabilize the country and create an enabling environment for Kenyans to address their concerns. The committee has identified the absence of such a technical committee, which is actually contained in the MOU, as the missing link in the implementation of the MOU. Party acknowledges the allocation of 415 billion to counties in the current financial year as an improvement on the previous disbursement. We will continue pushing for the raising of the allocation to a minimum 450 billion Kenya shillings.
I don't know if when people enter the system, government have one personality, one characteristic. We don't understand. An MOU that was signed, we don't know what was signed, but I believe it is the interest of the citizens. On to our next news item. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, ODPP, is facing intense scrutiny for its alleged failure to act on recommendation by the Directorate of Criminal Investigation, DCI, to charge a prime suspect in the murder of Gilbert Kinyua Muthoni at Kenyatta National Hospital, KNH. The inaction has become even more contentious following a second murder at the same hospital just 17 days after the DCI's report was submitted. Gilbert Kinyua Muthoni was tragically murdered at KNH on the night of February 6, 2025. Investigation by the DCI reportedly concluded with a detailed report identifying Kennedy Kalombotole as the prime suspect responsible for Muthoni's death. This comprehensive report was officially submitted to the ODPP on June 30th, 2025, recommending that Kalombotole be charged.
Mathare is referral. Mbagathi does assessments on Monday and Tuesday only, to be escorted to Mbagathi Hospital for mental assessment and a report filed in court. Unadunga kwa mwili. So Nairobi remand escort to the clinician, but he will be injected. Do not allow him to carry the needles with him. Inject in the clinic. If it's daily, let him not carry the needles to the accommodation area.
From the case of Kenyatta Hospital murder, the hospital, the main suspect, the evidence are there and everything was there. So the DCI handed over the report. We don't know why the ODPP is not taking the action to give justice and to the family members who lost their own loved one. We hope that justice will be served. On other news, Garissa County Commissioner Mohammed Ramadan has issued a strong warning to individuals involved in recording and distributing pornographic videos within the county. Ramadan's warning comes amid its growing concern over the proliferation of such content, which he stated is a detrimental social ill, undermining community values and morality. He emphasized that those found engaging in this illicit activity will face the full force of the law. I hope this behavior changes so that it resulted to the reduction of these behaviors, because it degrades our moral. And I believe that act will reduce and will end. Also, we'll see a good picture, we'll show a good picture out there and show a good picture of responsibility. On other news, sugarcane farmers in Migori have welcomed the launch of the Kenya Association of Sugarcane and Allied Product KASAP branch at Sony Sugar Company Limited, an initiative aimed at revitalizing effort to champion farmers' welfare. Speaking during the event held at the Sony Sugar Green Stadium, the KASAP National Chairperson, Charles Atiang, emphasized that the organization will be farmer-centered, addressing a gap left by previous associations operating within Sony Sugar. Attended by over 1,500, KASAP National Chairperson Charles Atiang noted that beyond advocating for timely farmer payment, KASAP will push for sugarcane pricing to factor in the value of byproducts such as molasses to narrow the gap between production cost and farmers' earning.
Today accepted and agreed to be affiliated to Kenya Association of Sugarcane and Allied Products as corporate members. The objective of this organization is to fight for the interests of the farmers. It is about growing of sugarcane, and not only sugarcane and its byproduct. That is molasses, bagasse, mud filter, and production of electricity. Sugarcane is not only sugarcane. So all that is now taken care of by this organization. One of the challenges that this organization is from today going to ensure is that there is no more farmers arrears. Farmers sweat works for 24 months to produce sugar. And this sugar, it only takes the miller 24 hours to mill it and turn it into sugarcane into sugar. And this same farmer has been suffering in terms of he delivers cane, the cane is milled, sugar is sold, and farmers are not paid. As we are talking today, regardless of change of management, Sony Sugar Company owes farmers over 300 million.
We are welcoming the new organization and we are ready to partner with them so that we can fight for our farmers. We want the farmers to be paid based on the products. We don't want to treat them others as byproduct. We want sugarcane as a main product, even molasses a main product, the gases, the alcohol, ethanol, also just part of the what? Part of the main product, so that when they are doing the pricing, they give farmers what they deserve.
We are currently partnering with CASA to see together that we transform the system, and we encourage the system to improve in the service delivery to our community. What we are putting in place is to encourage the system, to encourage the government and the leadership that is in place to see to it that they work together with the Sony management to create job opportunity. Instead of scaring people that they'll lay off some employee, we encourage them to create opportunity to accommodate even those who have not been employed.